Nothing beats the joy of polishing off a hot bowl of soup on a cold winter evening. So, on Ruchi's Kitchen today, let's make a soup that is popular across India but not quite Indian in origin. In a pot, heat some oil. And next I'm going to caramelize some sugar. Once the sugar melts, I'm going to add finely chopped garlic. Finely chopped celery. And finely chopped ginger. Saute them for a few seconds. And add all the finely chopped vegetables. I have some finely chopped cauliflower, capsicum, carrots, finely chopped cabbage, and finely chopped tomatoes. Also add in some finely chopped mushrooms, let the vegetables cook for a minute. Just add in a tablespoon of coriander leaves and the vegetable stock. Leave a little bit of vegetable stock behind. I'm also going to flavor the soup with some dark soy sauce, tomato ketchup, black pepper, salt to taste, and bring this to a complete boil. The soup has been boiling since the last 2-3 minutes, and now I'm going to add some corn flour to it. So for that, in the leftover stock, I'm going to add some corn flour. Mix it properly. And now add this into the soup. Let this boil till the soup becomes thick. The soup is nice and thick now and ready to serve. Some fried noodles for garnish. When there's a bowl of hot soup waiting right in front of you, there is little else that can grab your attention. So I'm going to go and dig in right now while you guys leave me a feedback. And don't forget to like us on Twitter, Instagram and Facebook. Bye-bye. Hello and welcome to Rajshri Food. In this episode, I'm going to make an Indian version of tomato soup, also known as tomato shorba. Tomato soup is one of the top comfort foods since it's very light, simple and yet filling. So let's take a look at the ingredients. 5 tomatoes chopped, half an onion chopped, 2 tablespoons of potato chopped, 1 tablespoon butter, 1 tablespoon garlic chopped, 1/4 teaspoon of cumin seed powder, half a teaspoon sugar, salt to taste, half a teaspoon red chili powder, pepper, and for garnishing, cream and bread croutons. So the first step is let's heat up some butter and then saute our onion and garlic. 1 tablespoon butter. I'll throw in my onions, roughly chopped onions. I don't want my onions to turn brown, but I want them well cooked. Next goes in the garlic. And now I'm going to throw in my chopped potatoes. the raw potatoes and my chopped tomatoes. Mix everything well. Salt. The salt is going to help them to cook faster. I'm going to let this cook for at least 2 to 3 minutes first. Let's cover it. So let's check on the tomatoes and we'll add in some water. Otherwise, eventually it's going to start sticking to the pan. The potato that we've added in there also helps in giving some thickness to the soup. There's still time to cook, so let's cover it again. Let's check if it's cooked. My tomatoes are nice and soft, and let's check on the potato if it's cooked. Yeah, it's nice and cooked. So I'm going to turn off the flame, let it cool down for 5 minutes, and now I'm going to blend it into a smooth puree. It's a nice smooth puree now. I'm just going to pass it through the sieve so that all the peels and the seeds of the tomatoes are out. I need a clean soup. I'm just going to put this soup back on heat and add a little bit of water to get the right consistency. A nice smooth soup. Add a little bit of water, maybe around half a cup. A little bit of red chili powder just for the color. A little bit of sugar to cut the acidity and cumin seed powder. Let this come to a boil. My soup is nicely boiling and it's ready to plate. I'm going to turn off the flame. I'm going to pour my hot soup into this bowl. Let's garnish it with a little bit of cream. It's optional. If you have it handy, you can always use it. Just a drizzle. Some cracked black pepper. And some bread croutons. And it's ready to enjoy. Serve this soup piping hot. Enjoy it with some breadsticks. Don't forget to subscribe and comment. Take care. Bye-bye. Mixed vegetable soup is quite underrated, but it's my go-to soup when I'm under the weather. It's packed with nutrition and it's extremely wholesome. So let's start with the recipe. For that, in a pressure cooker, I've taken about 100 grams of bottle gourd or lauki, 1 carrot, 1 potato chopped, 2 tomatoes chopped, 1 small onion chopped, 1 clove of garlic chopped, and this is optional. Add about 2.5 to 3 cups of water, salt to taste, close the pressure cooker and turn on the flame. Let the stock cook in the pressure cooker for up to 3 to 4 whistles. Four whistles are up and now I'm going to turn off the flame and make sure you cool the cooker down completely before you open it. The cooker is cooled down and now I'm going to open it. Make sure all the pressure is out. Open it. The vegetables have cooked nicely. You can even use just the water for a clear soup, but what I'm going to do is not waste the vegetables. I'm going to puree them to make the base of the soup. So with a hand blender, I'm going to start blending this. This looks done. Into this, I'm going to add all my topping ingredients. You can add any vegetables that you have handy, mushrooms, broccoli, zucchini, carrots, anything that you want. So I'm going to add half a carrot finely chopped, a small piece of zucchini finely chopped, 2 tablespoons of yellow corn, and to add to the nutrition, I'm going to add some sprouted moong, or you can even add bean sprouts, a teaspoon of oregano, pepper to taste. If you're serving this soup to somebody who's unwell, then skip the ketchup. But if you're serving it as a meal, then just add it for some flavor. It's about 1.5 tablespoons of ketchup. Just stir it well. Add a little bit of water if you feel it's very thick, because it's also going to boil for another 5 to 6 minutes. And now turn on the flame. Let it boil nicely till the topping vegetables are done. Not too fancy, but I'm ready with my bowl of healthy nutrition. See you next time. Bye-bye. When it comes to healthy dinner options, I generally fall back on soups. Naturally, my recipe book is filled with a number of soupy delights. And what I'm going to show now is one of them. I'm going to start with heating some butter. Once the butter melts, I'm going to add some plain flour. Mix it properly and make sure there are no lumps. Once this changes color a little bit, I'm going to add milk. Let the milk come to a boil. I have a spinach and onion puree over here. I've taken 1 bunch of spinach and a very small onion and boiled it together, drained out all the water and ground it into a smooth paste. And now I'm going to add this in the saucepan. Mix it well. And now I'm going to add some water. Bring the soup to a boil. And now I'm going to add the seasoning ingredients. Salt, some crushed black pepper, and just a little bit of sugar. And the soup is ready to be served. What better way to charm your taste buds than a hot, delicious bowl of spinach soup? And if you want to treat yourself extra, add a dash of cream. On this note, I'm going to say goodbye and you go and subscribe to the channel. From all the items on the menu, soup is the one that exacts the most delicate perfection and the strictest attention. So today, I'm going to show you a simple but a delicate soup, that is the lemon coriander soup. I'm going to use a few vegetables and make the stock from scratch. In a pot, I'm going to add half a cup of chopped cabbage, half a carrot, 1 small onion chopped, 1 small piece of ginger chopped, 1 clove of garlic chopped, 6 to 7 French beans chopped. To add a little health quotient, I'm also going to add a few pieces of bottle gourd, a few sprigs of coriander leaves with the stalk, zest of 1 lemon. Just take the yellow skin and not the white part, otherwise it tends to get bitter. And now I'm going to add 5 cups of water and let this boil for 10 to 12 minutes. Ten minutes are up. Let's turn off the flame. Let's strain this stock. Do not waste these vegetables of the stock. You could always saute them and add some spices and eat them. Or you could puree them, add them in some wheat flour and make some parathas or roti out of it. So you get all the fiber from the vegetables. So please do not throw these vegetables. Make sure you use them in some or the other way. Anyways, the stock is ready. Let's proceed with the soup. In the same saucepan, I'm going to heat up a teaspoon of oil. Once the oil is hot, I'm going to add 3 tablespoons of finely chopped cabbage, 3 tablespoons of finely chopped carrots, 3 tablespoons of corn. Give it a mix. Add 6 to 8 spinach leaves. Just tear them into small pieces. Cook the vegetable for 2 minutes. For the topping vegetables, you can add any vegetables of your choice, or you can just keep it a nice clear soup with lots of coriander in it. The vegetables are done. Into this, I'm going to add the stock now. Let the soup boil for 2 minutes. Let's season it with some salt and pepper. And now I'm going to squeeze in 1 whole lime. And a handful of coriander leaves. Give this a mix. Let's taste this for seasoning. Perfect. I like my lemon coriander soup watery. I don't like to add the corn flour slurry into it. But if you want to make it thick, just take a little bit of corn flour, some water, mix it together, add it to the soup, bring it to a boil, and it's done. Let's plate this soup. Garnish it with some fresh coriander. Easy to make, healthy and tasty to have, and perfectly compatible with the climate. This lemon coriander soup is going to be a hit in your family. So do try it at home and let me know how it turned out. See you soon. Bye-bye.
Imagine a scenario where it's raining outside heavily and you're sitting by the window with a delicious hot and sour soup. Heavenly, isn't it? Well, on that note, let's make it. Hey guys, this is the Bombay chef Varun Inamdar and welcome to Rajshri Food. The first thing is to cut the vegetables, and like I always say, that is the maximum time that it takes while making Oriental or Chinese food. Next, I'm moving on to French beans. Similarly, I'm going to slice it thinly. The next ingredient is capsicum. Again, slicing it thinly. I'm going to discard the seeds and the membrane. Let's now move on to cutting cabbage. I'll also cut some carrot into thin juliennes. And last but not the least, button mushrooms. Also, this could be optional. Well, now that the vegetables are prepped and ready, let's move on to making the soup, for which I'm heating a wok on high flame and add in a little bit of vegetable oil. Once the oil begins to smoke, we need to lower the flame and add in ginger, garlic and green chili which is crushed. Give it a stir. And once this begins to sizzle, I'll add in the sliced vegetables. Give this a toss. At this stage, we need to increase the flame and make sure these vegetables kind of get stir-fried on high flame. Well, this could take anywhere between 30 seconds to a minute. Well, time to add in the water or vegetable stock. Well, a hot and sour soup is not a very thick Indo-Chinese soup, neither is it very broth-like thin. So we need to adjust the consistency, but a little later. Allow this to boil nicely on high flame, and this could take anywhere between 2 to 3 minutes depending on the intensity of the flame. Once this begins to boil, I'll add in dark soya sauce for its nice flavor and peculiar color, followed by white vinegar for the sour taste, and red chili sauce for the heat. Give this a mix. At this stage, I'll also add in some salt, but remember there's salt also in the soya sauce, and add in some sugar. The sugar in this case is not to make the soup sweet, but just to balance the sourness and the heat. Some black pepper. Give this a stir. Time to add in the mushrooms along with bean sprouts. Well, without mixing the soup, I'll start making the slurry of corn flour and water because I do not want the mushroom and bean sprout to get overcooked. To the corn flour, I'll add in some cold water. Mix it till it's nice and lump-free. Add in the slurry. And give this a mix. One final stir. And just before the flame goes off, a generous sprinkling of spring greens and red chili oil. With this, your hot and sour soup is ready. And finally, some more of the red chili oil and spring onions. With this, your hot and sour soup is ready to make your monsoons even better. Make this for your family and wait for what next the Bombay chef gets into your kitchen. Also, do not forget to like and share our videos and subscribe to Rajshri Food.